Hi everyone, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be teaching you a simple SPM CEFR essay practice, as you can see. And for today's lesson, we will be doing like a revision on my role model Li Zijia. And basically the reason why I want you guys to practice on this topic is because my role model is basically quite a famous topic within the SPM syllabus, and it is very important for everyone to also find a role model in life. And because recently with the hot issue of the Olympics, we can see that our Malaysian athletes, they have done an outstanding job, to bring pride to Malaysia. And why not today we learn an essay on how to write about my role model, and today we will be using Li Zijia as our role model for this essay. So thank you, Li Zijia, for bringing so much pride to our country, as well as the other athletes, the Malaysian representative for this year's Olympics. Anyways, the main focus for today's class is still the essay. Anyways, everyone, as you can see here, when it comes to writing an essay like this, like who is my role model, there are a few things to bear in mind. Of course, first and foremost, it is always important to look at the 5 paragraphs. We have to be writing about our thesis statement, our body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, as well as conclusion. So what is a thesis statement? Basically, you have to introduce what is a role model. You have to give the definition, or maybe you can explain it in your own words. And after that, you have to give the characteristic that you admire about your role model. You can give a characteristic and you must give a elaboration, like an example. If you learn to be, like, for example, maybe your role model is somebody, like, let's say your role model is Li Zijia. What did you learn from him? What is the characteristic? And you have to give the elaboration, like you have to give the example, and at the same time, how can you utilize it in your own life? You know what I'm trying to say? So after your thesis statement, you must give your body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, and last but not least, you must give a simple conclusion on the importance of looking for a role model. So please do not mind my handwriting. It's not the best handwriting, but if it's readable, I think that's the most important thing. So for the conclusion, we can make a simple conclusion on the importance of a role model in our lives, and how does it affect us to become a much more better individual, let's say. And disclaimer, you can write about anyone you want to be your role model. This is just a simple example. So everyone, you can jot this right down in your essay book. And right now, let's move on. And basically for the entire essay, so this is one of our nation's athlete that brought a lot of pride to our country. So if you don't know who he is, he's Li Zijia. Feel free to Google his name on Google, just for example. But I think almost every Malaysian from all walks of life knows who he is. And anyways, moving on to the next one. Before you start writing, I want everyone to look closely. As you can see here, there are plenty of colors in the essay. Just a simple reminder, if you watch my previous videos, I've always mentioned writing a good essay, there are many essence. The first one is maybe your linker. Your linker is actually one of the most fundamental parts in writing any essay. Other than your linker, you must also use some vocabulary phrases, or maybe even idiom. As you can see here, I will be reading the first paragraph with you. How am I starting my essay? For the first paragraph, it is basically a thesis statement. What is the definition of a role model? According to the dictionary, the Thesaurus Dictionary, a role model is a person whose behavior or success can be emulated by others, meaning I can copy this behavior and use it in my life. And y'all can see here, basically for the entire sentence here, guys, I've already given the definition of a role model. So the yellow highlighted is basically my definition. And I'm giving you another elaboration to help expand your ideas. So if we were to give another example, all great leaders and also sportsmen and high flyers. High flyers is basically a person who is very successful at what they're doing. Maybe you are a successful student, you are a high flyer. Maybe he is a successful swimmer, he is a successful doctor, she is a successful teacher. If you are good at what you do, we call that high flyer. HIGHFLIERS. So basically, I think everyone, you can just imagine somebody who is flying. If that person has the ability to fly, it means that they are quite capable of doing their thing. So basically, this is a bird that's flying. Yep, my version of a bird, a role model. So basically, high flyers have one thing in common, which is they have a role model. This one is our introduction and explanation. Well, we are going to use a linker. The $1 million question is, the $1 million question is a very useful word to use in every essay, meaning the most important question is, who is my role model? The answer is crystal clear. As you can see, guys, do you know what is this called, my dear children? This one is called the answers. The answers crystal clear. As you can see here, there's like this apostrophe up here with words like these. We call them contractions. We call them contractions. And just to let you know, contractions are actually super duper informal, and you can only use them in informal setting. But but guys, as y'all can see, for this essay, my role model, it is not an informal essay, it's a formal essay. So if I were you, remember to never make this mistake. You must change the answers, you must change it into the answer is. The answer is crystal clear. I'll be using another color right here. I'll be using the color blue. So remember, never ever use contractions in formal essay. You must change the answers crystal clear. You must change it into the answer is remember to be formal. Understand, guys? The answer is crystal clear. He is the star player of Malaysia, Li Zijia. And I think y'all can also see, teacher, why your essay so many dash one? Well, this one is called the hyphen. A hyphen is to emphasize the next sentence. Emphasize in Chinese 是叫做你要注重下一个字，你要放大另外一个重点。我的 role model 呢是李子嘉，打个比方 ，you put the hyphen in order to emphasize the next thing. Through admiring his sports ethic, meaning his amazing attitude towards sport, I have grasped a few invaluable life lessons. So the meaning of grasp meaning you understood a few very, very important. Invaluable meaning super duper important life lessons, and it teaches you to live a better life. All right, so as you can see here, our first paragraph, we have done our entire definition of a good role model, and we use linker, we give example, and in total, who is my role model? He is Li Zijia, for example. So first paragraph, just nice and settled, and be sure to jot down the notes. But if you can't keep up, don't worry, feel free to pause the video. And YouTube is flexible like that, which is a really good trait, which is like killing two birds with one stone. Anyways, if you have any questions, you can always follow my social media. Don't call me in the middle of the night, because some students, they really call me in the middle of the night. If you have any questions, you can reach teacher via social media. My account is actually called Teacher Alison Fang. If you have any questions regarding English, I will try my best to reply you ASAP. You can find me via Instagram. I can't really draw the Instagram logo though. So, you can find me via, Instagram, or maybe you can find me via Facebook, or perhaps you can find me via Xiaohongshu, the red little app for my social media. If you have any questions, you may find me in these few platforms, but the advertising moment has ended, so we are moving on to the second paragraph. Like I mentioned just now before, guys, when you are writing the paragraph 2, you must write about, what is the trait that you want to copy, and you must give some example. As you can see here, I have a linker right here. Firstly, he taught me the importance of persistence. So if you're wondering what is persistent, persistent is when you never ever give up. 你很坚持，永不放弃. You have an unwavering persistence in life. You never ever give up. We call that somebody who's very persistent, but the persistent here, it is actually a noun. So he taught me about the importance of persistence. And we can give some example. After winning the All England tournament, okay, so this one is a case study from him, from Li Zijia. So after winning the All England tournament, he was able to forego. He was able to let go of what? He was able to let go of enjoying the immediate pleasures while making sacrifices, such as the ability to delay gratification in pursuit of his dreams. So what does it mean, guys? It means that after he won, every time when you did something right, when you won a competition, or maybe when you, in general, maybe you just got straight A's for P3. It is very important to humble down, and you can't just be like, oh, I got A already. Yes, I won already. Now we can go relax. We can party all day. Never ever do that. Remember, if you succeeded at doing something today, it was because of your past action. So you must be persistent in whatever you do. So even though you did something right now, you must keep at it. Never rest on your laurels. Rest on your laurels meaning never be satisfied with what you have already achieved. All right. So this idiom is called never, just a outside topic. Never ever rest on your laurels, meaning don't be contented so easily. Just because you got straight A once, or maybe just because you hit a certain target once, doesn't mean you should immediately feel extremely satisfied. Never ever rest on your laurels. For example, this one is an additional idiom to teach everyone. All right. So he was able to forego enjoying the immediate pleasures while making sacrifices, such as the ability to delay gratification. So delay meaning you don't make yourself happy so quickly. Like for example, if right now you are craving for chocolate, I want to eat it now. No, you wait for a while. You wait for 1 hour. You wait for another 2 hours only you eat. You delay the happiness. You delay the satisfaction in pursuit of his dreams. In order to chase his dream, he continued to work persistently without fail. Meaning what, guys? He was super duper persistent. He has this amazing trait of perseverance, 非常的坚持. And after giving the example, you have to write about how can you apply it in your life. So, for instance, there were times when I felt demotivated. You lack motivation to study. We are using an idiom here, hit the books. To hit the books, it's basically a very common idiom. Tokshi, guys. As tokshi, guys. When you hold up a book, you are reading. This one is an idiom. To hit the books, and I rather scroll through social media all day. We give an example. Despite being lackadaisical, I reminded myself to be persistent and keep going at all costs. So guys, the meaning of at all costs, it's a very, very common phrase, I would say. At all costs, it basically means no matter what, I will keep on working hard. No matter how lazy I am, I will keep working hard, no matter what. Because as the saying goes, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. This one is a proverb to remind ourselves that we must always, be persistent in a sense, no matter what we do. Anyways, in conclusion, as y'all can see, guys, the second paragraph, we have written the role model trait, we have written the example, we also have written how are we going to utilize it in our lives. And that's basically it for the second paragraph on the amazing role model of Li Zijia. All right, so I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, you can let me know. And if you did write this entire essay of my role model, you may take a picture. Remember to do all your notes nicely, take a picture and tag me and Li Zijia on Instagram, to prove that, you are a hardworking individual and you are always constantly striving for the best, like how he is right now. So he is truly, truly an amazing paragon for each and every one of us. And moving on, as you can see here, I'm using the same tactic, guys. Remember, guys, never forget about your linker. This one, it's a linker. You link your essay together. Must always put a linker, yeah, my dear children. A linker is very, very important. I have no idea what I'm drawing, but never mind. Other than that, my role model is goal-oriented. His goal, so we talk about goals right now. His goal is to raise the bar higher. He wants to challenge himself by cracking into the world's top 5 ranking of badminton, but he must bide his time before anything else. So basically, the meaning of bide your time, he must wait for the perfect opportunity. He has to wait, my dear children. He has to wait for the perfect opportunity to do something good. He has to wait before he achieves something amazing. So in other terms, this one also has to be related to time. And as you can see here, we can give some explanation about what is time. I've given a very simple explanation. Why is being goal-oriented so crucial? As I've written here, goals are what take us forward in life. This one is a very persuasive kind of sentence. Goals are what take us forward in life. And I give you a scenario. Imagine, everyone, if you have an arrow today and you don't know who to shoot it to. Should I shoot it to the animal? Should I shoot it at the target? Should I shoot it for fun? Like, imagine, guys, if you have no target, where should I shoot my arrow to? Imagine having to shoot an arrow without being given a target. Where would you aim? We are basically using this as an elaboration to ask back the importance of being goal-oriented. Anyways, we are going to utilize it in our lives right now. Hence, I jot down my SPM goals this year in order to, or maybe you can use another better linker in order to, or perhaps you can use in a bid to enter the university of my dreams. So guys, you can also comment down below, what is your dream university? You want to enter Sunway Uni, Taylor Uni, Harvard? The sky's the limit. If you set your heart into entering this uni, like Li Zijia, if you are goal-oriented, you work towards your goal, nothing is impossible. And as you can see here, thanks to my role model, I understood that good things will always take time. Or perhaps you can write, Rome was not built in a day. Good things take time. Good things will always take time. So basically, we are talking about, if you want to build a legendary achievement like your role model did, good things will take time, or maybe Rome was not built in a day. And I have to utilize my time wisely to achieve my goals, meaning you have to spend your time wisely. You must spend your time wisely in order to achieve the milestones that your role model has achieved. Understand, guys? So this one is our third paragraph and we are almost there. We are doing an exam practice. We are just practicing our writing. So keep up with me. Don't give up. And this one is basically the milestone he achieved. So guys, remember, the fact that he won the tournament. Of course, winning is a very proud moment, but it also proves to us that what, guys? Rome was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. I'm writing the initials because just to show you an example, good things will always take time. Rome was not built in a day. Okay? And finally, lastly, okay, so what is the final trait of our role model? He is always thank you, thank you. He is constantly expressing gratitude. 感谢，谢谢你. Maybe gracias. He is always expressing gratitude. He is overall a very thankful, a very grateful person. Lastly, expressing gratitude is of utmost importance. This one is basically like a phrase. You're trying to emphasize that something is important. So of utmost importance basically means important. My idol Li Zijia has constantly praised, or you can use an imaginary word like when you shower, the water just like he was constantly showering praises, at Dato Lee Chong Wei, which is also a star badminton player in Malaysia, who always dispensed soundful advice. The meaning of soundful advice is they are constantly giving extremely prudent advice. So I always teach this word to my students, a very useful word. 什么是 prudent? Prudent 呢就是很有智慧 and extremely prudent advice. Or you can say dispense soundful advice, which means the same thing. The advice is very good and very wise, all right? And also our role model, he has once said, well, my role model, also Lee Chong Wei, he is always there for me and I am utterly thankful for him. The green color I did not mention just now. The green color is basically like a conversation. This was said by your role model. This was said by Li Zijia in a newspaper interview, if I'm not mistaken, but we are just giving a simple example. This one was really from a newspaper article. He is always there for me and I am utterly thankful for him. So guys, the meaning of utterly, right? It stands for very, 非常, sangat, very. I'm very thankful. Saya sangat thankful untuk dia. Saya sangat thankful untuk Miss Allison, for example. And because of that, I learned to count my blessings and I'm beyond grateful. Okay, give some example how to use it in your life. I am beyond grateful for my teacher, for my kith and kin. So guys, what is the meaning of kith and kin? Kith and kin stands for your friends and family. Friends and family, kith and kin. And last but not least, who was always there to guide me no matter rain or shine. So if you were paying attention, no matter rain or shine, just now we have given a few examples. You can also write no matter what, or you can write at all costs. He was always there for me no matter rain or shine. He was always there for me no matter what or at all costs. Okay, guys, he's an extremely amazing person. This is our final paragraph. And before we end the video, finally, we are at the final part. Oh, this one is basically, your role model, and he was constantly, always, extremely thankful for Dato Lee Chong Wei. So it is important to always express your gratitude towards your loved ones, or maybe even this video that teacher purposely filmed for you guys to practice on your writing. Always constantly express gratitude, okay? Last but not least, we are using a very adorable linker. It is called in toto. In toto, right? In toto basically stands for, in conclusion. In conclusion, who is my role model? I repeat one more time. My role model possesses, meaning this role model, what does he have? He has 3 amazing moral virtues, which is something I want to emulate, something I wish to copy. The virtues are to be persistent, goal-oriented, and most importantly, to express gratitude. All right, we do like a final wrap up for the entire essay. So without doubt, these virtues will guide me to make my life better, to enrich my life and become a well-rounded individual. So guys, this word itself is very self-explanatory. What is well-rounded? So if I give you a few shapes, they are all like not very perfect, But what does well-rounded mean? Well-rounded means like 富有, like you know a lot of things. It's actually nearly perfect. When people say that you are well-rounded, it means that you are very complete in every aspect in your life. So let's say you are also persistent, you are goal-oriented, you're responsible, you're thankful, like you are quite complete in a sense. So this is called well-rounded, 很健全的一个人. Understand, my dear children? So yeah, that's basically the end of our essay. And yes, we have finally achieved another SPM advanced exam training. So everyone, basically that's the ending of our video today. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions or when you want to express gratitude, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And if you have jotted down the entire essay, if you have jotted down your notes, be sure to take a picture and you can tag teacher and also perhaps your role model, Li Zijia. And this is the end of our video. I hope you learned something new and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you soon. Be sure to like, subscribe, and thank you everyone. Bye bye.